Hey y'all, welcome. Thought I'd go live on this channel today. Since I got off my other channel early, I'm here. Sprinkle, sprinkle, you're welcome. So today we're going to be talking about attraction, and this can be for anything: attracting money, attracting people, men, women, whatever you're trying to attract. Luck, if you believe in luck, whatever it is you're trying to bring into your life, how to attract it. Okay, so first we're going to start off by understanding what attraction and attractive means. So, in order to attract, you have to have something to be attracted to. So, depending on what you're trying to attract, is how you need to be attractive. So, that means if you're trying to attract money, you got to have ways for money to come in. You get it? Streams of money. People can't just walk. It's kind of weird unless you have a way to get money. Like, for example, if I'm just sitting here, y'all have a way to give me money, right? If you're sitting there, do you have a way for somebody to give you money? Do you have more than one way than just the obvious way? You got to have a way to attract the money to you, a pathway. So, what are your paths for you to get money? That's one thing you need to have before you do any type of attraction work or trying to attract something. Have a way for it to come to you. That's number one. Have a way to bring it in or to allow it to come in the easiest or easier way. Okay. Another thing, like if you're trying to attract, a partner, a man, a woman, or whatever, you need to be what is attractive to that particular type of person that you're trying to attract. What does your type like? That's what you need to do to bring them in, to lure them in. Oh, thank you, X Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Super sticker. Okay, so what is it that you're trying to lure them in with? Does your type like feminine? Do they like a woman that's mysterious, softer, bubbly, whatever? Either way, definitely get you some pheromones because that's going to help attract people in general. The opposite or whatever. Get you some pheromones and that's going to attract also because that's what pheromones are for. They're chemicals that attract. So the liquid finesse does it for everyone. This is like universal. Definitely get this. Also, I'm just going to link it. But also, your voice. Your voice. Some people are repelled by certain types of voices. So loud, obnoxious. Some people that you may be having the looks to repel. I mean, you may have any looks to attract, but if your voice is not matching that, you need to get on that frequency. Okay. So work on your tone, work on your voice. Because sometimes that's what keeps people away. You ever heard of when someone said like, oh, they were perfect until they opened their mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that could be like for both what comes out and the sound that comes out. So make sure you're practicing your speaking as well, your tone, how you talk to people, etc., etc. Okay. Scent, perfumes. Okay. This is a good one, y'all, because you can do so much with perfumes, magic. There's all different types of, essences and elements and florals and plants and herbs and stuff in perfumes that you can literally use to your advantage when attracting anything. So there's different types of perfumes, ouds, oils that attract wealth, love, beauty, luck, abundance. So whatever that is, if you can look up the notes to your perfume to see what's in there, you can determine what perfume or oils or ouds that you need to put on in order to attract something for that day or whatever you're trying to attract. So, something very floral but exotic attracts in more passion because it reminds people of like flowers, and flowers are very seductive because they represent the fertility. Exotic flowers smell extra because it's like you're on vacation, you know, in a paradise location. And that also brings you back to, like, passion, lust, and all those types of things. So if you smell like a floral, tropical, exotic vacation, that's going to bring in someone who's very passionate and who may likes to travel and who's attracted to a woman that also feels the same way. Okay. Now you have a more muskier scent, a more exotic, mysterious scent that may attract someone who likes a challenge or a mystery in a woman, something that's not normal or something that's not typical. So you ever smell those really exotic, strong smelling scents that women sometimes wear, and they're just very striking, like that catches your attention? But she's, wear those type of perfumes if you're looking for the more wild, adventurous types of guys that like mystery. They're going to be attracted to that scent versus a floral, girly scent or exotic scent. They're going to be attracted to something very strong and striking because it's going to lure in their, wonder. They're going to be like, I wonder what type of woman that is that will be wearing that type of perfume. It's very rare, and you're not going to smell like every other person walking by. So I have a scent that I like for that. I have a couple of scents that I like for that. And I'm not advertising this perfume but it's this one I brought to my office because of the striking smell of it. I have lots of perfumes at home already, but I wanted to bring one to my office that's going to give me that striking smell if I ever need to use it. I have one that's very floral and glam. It's actually called Glam. And this is probably a dupe for some Gucci perfume, but I spray this on, and this is very nice and sexy. It's by Bella Vita, and I think I might have it linked, and it comes in a set, that 3 of them. I think I might have it linked in my perfumes, maybe, or my beauty products. I don't know. But anyway, definitely get you an exotic perfume that's striking. Ouds do that a lot. Arab perfumes do that a lot. That's why I love Arab perfumes and ouds, because it gives you that striking, like, double take. If you walk by someone, they're going to do a double take if you're wearing something like very striking. Like, I'm going to spray myself now. No, did I break it? I think I dropped it and broke it. Hold on. The sprayer. Let me make sure. Oh, it's not broken. I think it wasn't on right. Ooh, okay. So, it's so good. Okay, this is called Amber Rouge. I don't know. But this is what I like to spray. And there's another one that I like too by Lattafa. It has like a peacock on it. That's the one I also like to spray to get like that striking smell. I know a lot of y'all like that Baccarat Rouge, but this is very similar to the Baccarat Rouge. And so I spray like two or 3 sprays, and I'm good. Like, whenever I smell it on someone, I used to think it stank, but it only stinks on ugly people. I'm sorry. If you look good, if you don't look like you smell like this, that's when it works. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to give y'all the tea. So if you look very girly or beautiful and feminine, but you smell like this, that is very striking, because you don't have to smell like this. This is like grabbing the attention of everybody that walks by. This is like demanding your place. That Baccarat, that's like demanding your place. Look at me. You will notice me. I am commanding your attention with this scent. Smell. They're going to look, and they're going to be like, wow, what type of woman is that bold and mysterious to wear this scent to make me turn my head as she walks by? So that type of scent, that's why I like it. I don't wear it every day, though, because I don't want that attention every day. I may wear it once or twice a month, if that, because that's how potent it is. And there's some other ones that I like too that does the same thing. But whenever I wear something like that, people always ask me. They turn. They literally turn and start walking the opposite direction that they were walking in the first place. What is that you're wearing? Or hi, how are you? So attraction can also attract the senses, like the nose, and that's one of the biggest things. And if you pair it with some pheromones, they're going to want to start a conversation with you. So get that whole cosmetics liquid finesse and that press him. You want to make them feel like they're falling in love with you. If you're on a date, get that too. But a striking perfume, if you pair it with that, works every time. This is for grown women though. Like if you want to smell like a snack and a treat, get something more like, vanilla-y or scent like that. But when you're trying to attract grown men, old money, somebody that's up for the challenge and ready to spend, you got to use like a very striking amber, type rouge type situation. Uh-oh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, the pheromones are very important. They work because they work with body chemistry, scent, and that's science. Okay. Yes. And y'all can use my code SHERA if y'all going to order from Whole Cosmetics. Y'all get a discount. There's a quiz on there for y'all to take as well if y'all want different pheromones for different things. They also have some for men that work to attract women. So guys, y'all can get some too. Sprinkles. I think somebody used that on me one time. I was like suspicious. I'm like, why? Men, they have ones for men. Check it out. It ain't fair. But anyway, be careful, ladies. The men wear them pheromones too now. You gotta double up on your SHERA 7 videos if you go. These men got the pheromones now too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said the link don't work for the smell goods. Why not? It ain't working. It's not working for. Is it working? Somebody test it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said not someone to try to use it on you. I know. I think they tried, girl. They tried. Dude, what? Anyway, but it works. Okay, so try. Also, write. Okay, paper. Write down what you want to attract to you. Get a piece of paper. Write down what it is you're trying to attract, and then put your intention into it. Fold it towards you, like so. Y'all know how y'all be doing. Y'all roll it up. Just roll the paper towards you like this. Okay. Then turn it and fold it towards you. Everything needs to come towards you. This is attraction. Bringing it in, baby. Bringing it in. Y'all know this. Once more, bringing it in. Okay. Now, what you do, whatever type of magic you like to do after you write what your intention is down, that's what you do. Some people do candle magic. Some people write petitions and put it on an altar. Da da da. If you ain't got time to do none of that, put it here in your heart chakra. Because this is where sorry y'all, I know that's, just do it. Where your heart chakra is, because that's where your frequency and vibration is coming from. Okay, like boom, boom. You're making a torus field. You're building and creating your world with this intention and this petition right here. Like boom, boom. It's making a torus field, a fourth dimensional reality, and it's going to bring it in faster. Put it there. And you want to amplify that? Y'all stuff gonna be falling out, but I don't care. It's gonna work. Okay. You want some money with it? Get you eventually. You want something else with it? You want it to be purified and Get you a selenite. Stick that in there too. Y'all bras gonna be full of rocks. If they have men bras now, or get you a tight tank top. Yeah, I know y'all be wearing them tight tank tops anyway. Okay. Now, you want to intensify it, then you speak what you want. And you leave that in there, and now your heart chakra, your frequency is going to be vibrating in a torus field that brings you fourth dimensional attraction. Okay, this is the vibe. This is the aura. Watch, SHERA, what do you think about robotic affirming? I don't even know what that is, but sprinkle, sprinkle sounds very futuristic. Y'all gonna have to explain to me. I'm not keeping up with. Does the robot tell you what you need? Is it Chat GBT or something? Anyway, yeah. So now when I walk around, my solar plexus, my all this energy is coming up to my heart chakra and attracting everything I want. And you spray some good old smelling exotic perfumes on it, it's going to even push it out even further, and people are going to be more attracted to your aura as well. You put them pheromones with that, you're just going to bring everything in. Use everything you got. Use everything in your arsenal to bring what you got to bring. Okay. Then you take some water. You're just going to double and triple up on everything today. And you speak what you want into that, because water is going to activate your electricity, which is going to activate your heart chakra to bring you more the fourth dimensional realm. So bring me more, bring me money, bring me what I said I wanted. Flowers, money, self-love, or whatever you need to program your water with. You could do it in a glass. You don't have to do it in a plastic bottle, but when you want to go, you use what you got. So then you drink this water. Now your frequency is increased. Your intentions are there. You got the fragrance. You got the pheromones. You got everything. You got the crystals. Now you're just a walking spell. Now you're a walking attraction spell. That's what you are now. And no one has to know. Okay? No one has to know. You're just a walking attraction spell now. Okay, this is what I sprayed on. I sprayed on Amber Rouge. I think it's a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. So if you got some Baccarat, this is what I like to be very. When I'm doing any type of work, I want to be striking. I want to smell striking because it demands attention and energy. So it's like an energy. It's also an energy booster because it's going to take energy from people that turn around to see who's wearing that smell. You're going to demand attention, attraction. You get it? Good smelling perfume like florals and stuff, that's good, but it's like typical. It's not striking enough for people to turn in their tracks and what is that? So get you like a stronger, like an Arab or like an Arab scent, or like a very strong rouge, Amber Rouge scent. That's what it's called. So you grab the attention and you grab the energy of another person that's walking by. Okay, that's what you need. That's why a lot of people that practice like magic, they have these potent oils and ouds. It does the same thing. You got some oud, use the oud. You got some potent oils that grab the attention, use that as well. If you're trying to attract like a man or a woman and do like something seductive, maybe this mixed with a little bit more of a floral if you're a woman. But with men, it also works because women love like that strong, potent scent, that has, that cologne has with a man. But if you're with a woman, you can mix it and match it with pheromones, sweet smells, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I like to mix these two, but I could just use that on my own. I really don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said love a good cologne. Yes, it's very striking and attention getting. Another thing, like some people who practice psychic vampirism, they use scent the same way. Okay. So scent gets attention. It's a great way to, collect energy as well. So make sure you're choosing the correct scent for the job. All right. If you're trying to attract seduction energy and seduction attention, you wear something very seductive, like rose, jasmine, exotic florals. All right. If you're trying to attract money, you do something like amber. You do something like, um, sandalwood. You do something like pine. You know what I mean? So you're going to use those types of oil or different types of foods that go with your intention, or different types of oils like mint that go with your intention. But I like a good cologne because that grabs attention, or a good perfume because it grabs attention immediately, and it brings you energy, and it adds to your frequency and your vibration to attract whatever it is you're trying to attract. Okay, so that's what I like to use. Let me add some to it. So let's say you're walking around, you got your attraction spell going, you got your paper folded up, your crystals in here at your heart chakra, just vibrating and attracting. Let's say you want to add something to it. Mm-hmm. Now, uh, be very specific. I'm being specific. Some of y'all don't be specific. Y'all just be putting money, love. Okay. Holding it towards me. Okay. I'm speaking what I want. What was written on this paper, that's what I'm trying to attract. Now you stick it down there in your heart chakra. Okay, there's crystals already down there. There's already another one in there. So I got two papers and 3 crystals up in there. Also gold. Like if y'all are on my elixirs, if y'all are on my phase 1 and 2, that's also going to increase your frequency. So if you're doing spell work and you're using my elixirs, which is linked in the description bar in my Etsy store, if y'all are using my stuff, that's also going to increase your frequency. Okay, I'm going to link it here for my Etsy shop. Start with phase 1. And there's different phases, phase 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the minerals in the elixirs, gold, platinum, silver, all those things are going to amplify your frequency and your blood and your mind. So your brain neuron are going to fire faster because of the gold and the platinum and all that that conduct electricity in my elixirs. It's going to fire faster. So when you're doing your spell work, or when you're using your attraction frequency, it's going to push it out further. It's like an amplifier. So you're amplifying from within, without, naturally on your own, amplifying with fragrance, ouds, oils, crystals, and then pheromones as well, chemically. Use everything in your arsenal. Your own belief in whatever it is you're trying to attract, your own intention. And so it's making it even more powerful. You're a walking, powerful spell, and you don't even need anything but what you already have on your person. Okay. So everywhere you go, this is what your aura and your frequency is going to be. So you're naturally going to attract everything. Okay. I believe when I'm doing it. I tell y'all all the time, believe when you need to, and then believe something else when you need to. If y'all listen to this channel, you will understand. When you're in a room with certain people, you speak their language. When you go to another place, you abide by their customs. You do what you got to do when you got to do it, how you got to do it, and you collect, and then you prosper. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If all is mine, then all will work. But what you got to do is you have to be a walking example of the increased frequency. So if you feel like by doing these little things that I taught you about, which grab attention from other people, which chemically alters other people as well as yourself, vibrating on a higher frequency, you're going to be in a totally different realm than you would be without doing these things. You get it? So if you believe in multiverse or multiple realities, your frequency takes you there. That's it. Your frequency and the frequency of your mind, brain firing neurons, you're all mind. So if you increase the frequency of who you are and what you're doing, by what you're doing, you're going to take yourself to a different reality where you have the things you're trying to attract. You see? So that's how you do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would you share your opinions of the movie Sinner? I did a whole video on Sinners. I think Sinners is literally about both. Okay, I came up with this conclusion after sitting with it for a while. It's doing both. It's having both, not having to choose. Okay, y'all remember in the movie The Matrix how he had to pick red or blue pill? Sinners would be like choosing both. If you really sit and think about it, it's seeing both sides of the tale unfold and being able to choose your own path and choosing both if you don't want to choose. Why take away your options when you have every option and are limitless? You know, I'm not giving no spoiler. I'm just saying, in general, the movie Sinners to me means do both. Do what you want. That's why there's the twins in there, because each went to their own path, but twins are like they have the same exact DNA. So they kind of represent the same person. That's why the same person played the same person, because it's taking both paths at the same time. It's doing what you want. It's having both, you know, doing what's right versus doing what's wrong. How about just doing both? Period. Okay. That's why for those who saw the end, it was kind of unexpected because it was both. Don't let people take away your options. Increase and get to a whole nother dimension where you could have both, where you ain't got to choose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, I love that movie, especially being a Gemini. Okay, Latoya, sprinkle, sprinkle. I know you would. Yes. There are lots of dual signs in the zodiac too, not just Gemini. A lot of signs are actually dual. You know what I mean? I will get back with that phone call soon. Directors of the movie said Matrix is about trans people choosing life you want. Girl, people gonna see whatever they want to see in a movie. I promise you. Whatever you're vibrating on, whatever you're thinking about, is what you're gonna see and stuff because you're projecting. All right. But if you're trying to say something in general, like I'm serious, people that focus too deeply on something, that's what they're gonna find in everything. You know, I can look outside and find something that I'm deeply thinking about. I can find a sign for everything. I can correlate things with everything. It's how you connect things. But for different people, it means different things. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you know how to translate, the matrix is about a womb. Like the matrix means womb, like the womb of a mother or a womb. And it's funny because people keep trying to escape the matrix, but they have to keep going back into it in order to do anything. So it's kind of like birth and rebirth. It's kind of like reincarnation, reprogramming. Being born as how you wanted to be reborn, I guess. And if you can't be reborn in this lifetime, you make yourself whoever you want to make yourself into. You know, you learn what you want to learn and recreate yourself. It has nothing to do with being trans. It's about everybody being able to do what they want to do and understand that. Okay. Ah. We're born with their own beliefs. That's right. You create the life you want. Don't accept what was given, create what you want. That's what it meant. You said, why don't I do spell videos anymore? Because I've done enough. I've done every spell that I could do. Aren't they on the playlist? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all want me to just keep redoing stuff? I already did it a couple times. It's up there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, yep, just quoting directors of The Matrix, they are trans. That was just to get out of a lawsuit, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Dasha, that was just to get out of a lawsuit. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all don't understand law? There are loopholes in the law. And if you're being held responsible for something, if you can say that you are going through a transition, you're not legally held responsible for certain actions or things that you've done because of the medications and the drugs that you're on and the mental state that you're in. So some people do that to escape the loophole of the law of being persecuted for something that they've done illegally. Okay, follow the money and you'll understand. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said bring back Conspiracy Theory Monday. Girl, perhaps. You said, have I had premonitions all the time? I have them very deeply before I go to the movies for some strange reason lately. I dream about like the day or the night before I go to a movie. I don't even plan on going to the movies. It just ends up being something random that I do. I have a premonition of something in the movie or a preview of something that's a preview in the before the movie comes on. It's like exact. And the funny thing is I'll tell one of my daughters or both my daughters about what I dreamed of very specifically. And then while we're watching the previews or watching the movie that we didn't even plan to go see, it's literally there what my dream was, like almost exact. So it's kind of weird. Lately, I've been dreaming about stuff that's in movies. Perhaps it was just like a deja vu effect. But yeah, it's weird, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so attraction. So I kind of just did a spell, actually, for those who were in here earlier. I did a whole attraction spell and I stuck everything in my heart chakra, aka my bra. Thank you, Lavish. Do you astral project often? I don't think I really astral project. I just be dreaming. My dreams are very vivid. I can lucid dream. My dreams are very vivid, yeah. When I do dream. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There are also like oils and like herbs and stuff that can make you dream if you have trouble dreaming. But just by wearing them. Do I think all trans people are trying to escape something in their lives, or do you believe some people are expressing their authentic selves? If all is mind, let's think of it like this. If all is mind, you create who your authentic self is if you want to. Now, authentic represents what? What does authentic mean? Like your real self? How do you know what's your real self? The self you want to create? You know what I'm saying? I think naturally everyone is in the womb as female. That's why y'all have nipples. And until your gender or sex, I'm sorry, is assigned to you in the womb, That's what you are. And you're a part of a woman for a long time, you know? And if your role models are women, if everything you see is a woman, you're going to want to become that naturally if you're a trans woman. It could be the opposite if you're like, you may not like your role as a woman on the earth because of oppression. You may want to go the opposite direction and become a man. Or maybe you were hurt by someone and you don't want to deal with them anymore. So you turn to the opposite, you know, or you associate one thing with not being liked, so you go to the other. You know what I'm saying? Why do some people not dream or remember what their dreams? Because they're not trying to consciously. If you remind yourself to do it, you will. You got to program your subconscious mind to remember it and bring it to your consciousness. Yeah. So that's what I think it is. I think it's like, I think it would be nice if people understood that. And it's not about escaping, it's about choosing. It could be a form of escape. People dress up in cosplay and escape all the time, but then they, you know, people dress up as furries. But if someone wants to live that way on a more permanent basis, then, you know, it's easier to do that than to walk around being uncomfortable. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. What do you think about someone copying everything you do daily? Maybe they like your not express, maybe they like the way you express yourself and how successful you are, and they're just following the map or the pattern so that they can become like that as well. You're an example. You're the leader. You're the example. Shine. It's a compliment. Okay? It is what it is. If you don't like someone copying you, then do something that they don't want to copy. Okay. Should you be making your own money to be in an alignment with a provider so you are not giving all your power away to someone taking care of you, discovering the balance to surrender control? You should have access to money at all times. This is why you have options. If you don't have your own money, you should have access to money or options to get more money. If you're trying to attract a provider, which is masculine, you need to be vibrating feminine, sprinkle, sprinkle, because, you know, naturally that's what you're going to attract. If you're like, I have this in here and it says, I'm attracting money. So if there's a provider man somewhere and I'm a feminine woman and I'm attracting income and money, that's what's going to be pulled in, you know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can have your own money too. They can give you some money and you can stack that money and flip it. There's your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you think about it, it's kind of like having a child. Okay, so as a woman, you bear children, you can have a child, right? But the guy, he has to give you some sperm, some money. What you do with that money, ma'am, is what you're going to create. What you going to do with it? Some people double and triple it and have twins and triplets. Some people just have one baby. It's the same thing with money. You grow your money. You invest it. You buy something that increases in value. You use it to make yourself vibrate on a higher frequency to attract more. Whatever it is you do with whatever it is you're given, you're going to multiply it no matter what. You're dreaming of evil stuff when he sleeps next to you. Any ideas? Girl, he's vibrating something. There's okay, if I'm going to go into my superstitious mode, let me go into it and tell y'all what I would think if this was happening to me. he's hiding something from you that you're not going to like when you find it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That would be me. That would be my thoughts. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody said sage him. Maybe it's your subconscious mind telling you that you don't like that person. Deep down inside, there's something that's wrong with them that you're not going to like if you find it out. Or maybe you already know, but you're just in denial. Mm-hmm. Look deeper. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Anyway. I actually feel like I'm vibrating higher now that I've done this. Also, I started taking NAD. It's like a increases your energy, restores your cells to make them rejuvenate faster. It helps you stay more youthful and young, and also increases your brain power as well. So, hmm hmm I don't know which brand. I didn't look at it, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's the injection. Yeah. You can get it. I think certain med spas offer it, perhaps. NAD. Just look it up, y'all. Do y'all's research. It helps increase your attention, restores cells faster for a more youthful, energetic, you know, and also appearance. Your ex will not leave you alone. What to do? Any spells? An attraction spell to a new man with money. A new man with money, ma'am. That's what you do your attraction spell for. Just a man with money. He ain't got to be new, but he got to have some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It said NAD injection is expensive. Yes, you got to invest in yourself. Okay. You're manifesting. By manifesting, are you really multiplying fate? Like I'm attracting something that's meant for someone else? No. If you live in a mindset of lack, that's what you're going to create. Because right now, our body is vibrating at a frequency. Our heart is pumping and creating a torus field around us and creating our reality, our fourth dimensional reality. Whatever you're vibrating or thinking about, if you're thinking in lack, that's what you're going to create. I don't think in lack. Okay. So I'm creating abundance and attracting the things that I want to create in my reality, not the other thing. I don't believe silly superstitions and stuff unless they are beneficial to me. Okay. Or unless they serve as an indicator of what direction I should possibly go in. I'm not thinking about I'm missing out. That means you think in lack. There's room for everyone. That's why it's called the multiverse. Think about this. Multiverse. Multiverse. That means more than one. That means there's room for everyone. Think like that. No one can take anything from you unless you allow it. There's always room. The universe is abundant. It does not lack. Think of it like that. Why do you want to give me money? Been watching for 8 years. Uh-oh, thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Kalana. Kalana. You want to give me money? Well, I appreciate that because I'm doing an attraction spell. Mm-hmm. It's not okay. So if you believe in a multiverse, or if you're gonna believe in a multiverse right now, you don't have to believe in it tomorrow. But if you want to believe in it right now to perform a spell of attraction and to create a reality to where everything you're attracting you get, that's what you need to be doing. Okay. So there's room and enough for everyone. You don't have to worry. Think about that. Feel that. When you're breathing air, do you fear running out of breath, darling? Do you fear running out of air, or do you breathe abundantly like there's enough air? That's how you need to think. There's room for everyone. There's enough to go around, darling. There's enough. There's enough. Okay? Don't think in lack and don't think in fear. That's how you're going to attract more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. For those of you who are just tuning in, my little attraction spell, I simply wrote what I wanted to attract on a piece of paper. I folded it up towards me and I spoke my intention into it. I tucked it into my bra along with some crystals to amplify the frequency of my heart chakra that creates the torus field around me, which creates my fourth dimensional reality. And then I sprayed some perfume on that's very striking and very potent, as well as some pheromones. So when I encounter other people later on, it's also going to attract their energy and attention and their reality. I'm going to attract what I need from them, possibly, or from whoever, as well as everything in my environment surrounding me. Attract everything that I wrote down intentionally. My heart is beating, it's creating that frequency. I'm also, if you are on my elixirs or on any type of minerals or vitamins that also increase your frequency from within, like gold, platinum, my elixirs, vitamins, or whatever, your frequency is really heightened. So whatever you're attracting and doing spell work for is going to come to you faster and more abundance. Okay. If you wear like some certain things like crystals, gold, diamonds, or whatever, that's also going to help you vibrate on a higher level as well, because it's a conductor of electricity. We're all electric beings. Then if you drink some water that you put some intention in, that's going to make your frequency even higher, because this also conducts electricity. So now here we are, vibrating on our higher level than we were before we did all of this, and attracting the most. And not having to worry about lack or fear or if this is meant to be or not. If you said it was, then it should be. If it's not, then oh well, it doesn't hurt. At least you're vibrating on a higher level and attracting what is good. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So if y'all don't know what a torus field is, I'll just draw a person, a little stick figure. So think of a torus field like an apple. And the energy is surrounding you, going in and out. But the source is your heart pumping all the frequencies around you. And you increase those frequencies with frequency increasers, you know, gold, crystals, metals, minerals, thinking, intention, scent, herbs, oils. Okay. Thank you, Exotic Angel. Do you think you can do a love binding spell on a man who you've been seen for 9 months, who has a girlfriend back at home, but his business is here at this state? Okay. If he loves you, it will work. If he don't love you, it ain't gonna work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because in order to bind love, there has to be love. So he have to love you already. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Does he love you? Okay. You said, let's talk plasma, ionosphere, dimensions. Yes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whenever I see symbolism for plasma and ionosphere and stuff in movies, I always point it out to my kids. Like the plasma. Like on that part, well, close your ears if you haven't seen Sinners. I'm getting ready to put something out there. So close your ears. All right. So on the movie Sinners, when they were dancing, and that guy was playing his guitar and singing, and all the different time eras and dimensions started opening up, it showed like the ceiling or the roof burning with fire and like little sparks, like plasma and like the ionosphere, letting in those who, have traveled up as plasma. They're coming back down and joining this realm from the higher realm, or that other realm. Thank you, Ocean Devotion. You met a man and you feel like you've known him forever, and it seems to understand me without even speaking to me. Is there a strange connection? A lot of people are just easy to read and easy to get along with. Okay, I'm gonna give you two answers. Some people know how to make you feel very comfortable as if you've known them forever. There's keywords, there's key things that people could do if they're smart. If they're not this smart, then probably not. A lot of times there are just people that you may have known prior, maybe in another lifetime, or just maybe you've known someone similar to them that has similar characteristics and traits. Thank you, Malik M. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thanks for being a member. Yeah. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Get into the frequency, ma'am. Thank you, Kim. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah. So the plasma, the sparks, the fire, the penetrating of the roof and the ceiling in the movie Sinners, that was a key for that. Because like if you study the ancient Egyptians, they kind of believe in a lot of this stuff too, but you have to know science and all that kind of stuff to kind of read between the lines. The ancestors, the gods, the other energies, they live, how they say, in the clouds, in the ionosphere, in the atmosphere, in the plasma, their consciousness. So when you have access to that, you have access to knowledge as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, SHERA. Thank you for all you do is changing my life in the best possible way. Okay, thank you. Is that Mikey? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I'm done talking about Sinners. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all haven't seen it? Go see it. It's interesting. Like, the funny thing is, I did not plan on seeing that movie either. It was just like a whim. Like, okay, I'm bored. What do y'all want to do? I don't know. Y'all want to go to the movies? All right, let's go. We didn't even know it was playing. We just got there. Like, oh, I remember this preview from the last time I went to the movies. Let's see that. I didn't even realize that there was hype around it until afterwards, because I saw it when it first came out, before anybody was talking about it. So I was probably, yeah. Mm-hmm. You seen it 3 times? Yeah, I wanted to go back and see it, but another time. But people don't like to see movies over and over. Some people. So I might have to go by myself. Thank you, Gracious. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do the elixirs help you manifest? Yes. In my opinion, they do, because they heighten your frequency. And especially phase one, it helps you get obstacles and bad habits out of your way. It kind of makes you, want to level up to higher standards for yourself. So yes, definitely phase 1 and 2, definitely. Okay. I'm sorry, I only ship domestically. I'm so sorry because of customs. Them crazy customs. Do you think negative outcomes are inflicted from self thoughts? Yes, I do. Like, if you don't feel like you deserve something, or something is meant to be, or supposed to be, or just is, you may attract that into your reality, because that's what you're creating subconsciously. So highly confident people tend to really do better with manifesting than people that aren't confident or believe that they are deserving. Okay. So that's the first step. You got to main character energy, believe that you're deserving, create your own reality. Okay. Yeah, if it's been a while, you should restart the elixirs. That way you get the full potent effect. You have to travel to the US. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Or if you know someone, you can get them to ship them to you. It's just that it's too hard with my drop shipper. Okay. If you can erase time and dimensions, I guess karma is just a trick. Yeah, it's a trick, baby. A lot of stuff are tricks. If you choose, it's like, okay, y'all know the movie The Skeleton Key, right? Where they are tricking that woman into believing into hoodoo. Or voodoo, whatever it is. In order for it to work on her, she has to program her subconscious mind that it's real. You see, if she never believed in it, it wouldn't have worked on her, because she did not program her subconscious mind to believe in it. So all is mental. So it's not going to work. So the trick of magic and the trick of anything someone's trying to, force into your belief is for you to have to believe it. Okay. So if you don't believe it 100%, okay, this is the beauty of it. There's levels, dimensions, percentages. So think about a percentage of belief. Okay. So for example, let's say, what's today? Friday. You want to believe in this. So you believe in it for 5 minutes, enough to do the spell on Friday. When that 5 minutes is up, after you've vibrated, you understand what vibration, what frequency is, what this belief represents. Let it go into the universe. Let it go out into the frequency, and let it create that reality in that moment to attract what you want. Tomorrow, you may believe in something totally different in order to use in your attraction or your spell work or your manifestation. Use that, let it go into the universe, let it attract what it needs to attract. Okay. You don't have to believe in the same thing every single day. You just need to believe in it while you're doing it, while you're putting your attention into it, while you're releasing it out to create the reality. Okay. So you don't have to believe in, because if you believe in something 100% of the time, you become a believer, a follower, someone that is trapped in a belief system. But if you use it like a tool, like a magician's tool, that's how you wield magic. Okay. Become the magician, become the alchemist. Don't become the believer or the follower. Don't become trapped. Wield the beliefs just like you wield the tools in magic. That's how you're going to get it. You use it and then you put it down. Okay. You use it and then you put it down. It's a tool. Beliefs are a tool. So use them when you need them, and when you're not using them, put them down. That's literally it. And nobody can use them against you because you won't be triggered, because you don't represent them. You're not following. You're not a representation of that belief system. You're only using it as a tool when you need to. So it's not wrong because men invented it. It's very powerful. It's alchemy. Okay. It's just like that man in your phone that's filed under free food. When you hungry, call him. When you ain't, when you on your workout plan, you're not trying to go out to eat, you don't call him. When you on your semi-glutide shot and you just ate a salad, you're not calling dude that says free food in your phone. Okay. You need them when you need them. You don't when you don't. Okay. That's not your man. That's not your date. That's not your boyfriend. If all he do is take you to dinner. That's coming in from my other channel. So that's the example that I'm giving. Beliefs are tools. You use them when necessary. You set them down when unnecessary. You see what I mean? All right, let me read some of these questions. You say you feel bored and it would be solved with having lots of money. How can I attract money easily? You need to have avenues for which money can easily come to you. So open up some avenues. Do you have a Cash App? Post it everywhere. Okay. Do you do stuff for free that you could be getting paid for? Monetize it or charge for it. Simple as that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Open up ways for it to come to you. It can't flow to you if there's no avenues for it to flow. So open up the avenues. Like, y'all want to see an avenue? Watch this. Bam. At a click of a button. Do you have a Cash App, ma'am? Do that. All right. So sprinkle, sprinkle. You know how the church gets money? They open up an avenue. It's called the collection plate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's called selling tickets to the First Lady's tea party or whatever. Well, in the church, they open up streams of income. That's why they get money. Open up streams. Thank you, Gracious. You're done with phase 12. What should you do now? Okay, so if you're done with phase 12, congratulations, you've made it. You should now be very self-aware, highly vibrational, being able to connect dots that you couldn't connect before, and probably feel better as far as your health is concerned as well. So I do have, like, if you've already taken the supplements, which are not the elixirs, but they are supplements. I do have gold, silver, platinum, and copper, and also tin that you can take like a supplement, like a vitamin daily, just to keep that frequency going. If at any time, maybe later on in the future, maybe 6 months to a year from now, you can restart the alchemy all over again from phase 1, because it's going to work on your current frequency and it's going to build up on that. So I would say adjust to the frequency that you are now after you've completed the 12th phase. See where you are, and then if you want to repeat, do it again, because you're already on a higher frequency. It's going to get you higher. Now, some people don't need to get super high on their frequency because they be doing too much. So wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel abundant, wherever you feel like you're able to attract whatever it is you need to attract, manifest what you need to manifest, that's where you're good at. Remember, you don't want to do too much, because you're gonna be over there walking around like Kanye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. What is the purpose of past life connections with people? He's married, but I think we both can sense the connection. Don't want to get swayed by emotions, so I stay awake. Is this the right thing to do? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ocean devotion. The thing is, your emotions are clouding your judgment. Okay. What is it do you want from him? This is what you always have to ask yourself. I'm going to approach this from a SHERA goddess perspective, not SHERA 7. So I'm going to help you real quick, just so you can see where it's going. What is it that you want from this man? These are your hidden desires. What is it that you want? It's time to face the mirror. Okay? These are your hidden desires for this man. What is it that you want from him? Ask yourself that. When you figure it out, then you'll know your answer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you want to be loved. Oh no, that's not you. But whatever it is that you want from this person, that's what you're trying to attract. If you want it from this specific person, then say that. Own it. Okay? Stop trying to beat around the bush and blame destiny in the past life. Say you want a married man, man. Own it. This is the balance of dark and light. This is facing the mirror. This is being accountable. This is what you need. Be accountable. You want a married man. Just say that. I have no problem saying that. I would say it. I said it many times in my past. But you got to own up to it. On my other channel, people be owning up to it left and right. Like it's no problem. Own up to it. When you want something, but society says it's wrong, but your mind continuously wants it, and your heart continuously wants it, you're going to manifest the ability to reason with it that it's okay. That's what you're doing. Your mind is reasoning with your desires to get you to think it's okay. When all you have to do is just admit it, kind of like the movie Sinners. All you got to do is say that what you want. This is what you want. This is what you desire. Are you right or wrong? That depends on you and your belief. If the man acts out and, makes steps towards you, he's the one that's breaking his vows. Is it right or wrong? Well, that's up to you. Life's still going to go on. So, there was an example, actually. Close your ears if you haven't seen Sinners. There's an example in the movie Sinners of a man and a married woman not caring and doing what they do, period, with no regrets. So, I think that's what a lot of people need to face, the mirror, your desires, what it is that you want. If you're too righteous, if you're too good, your mind and your subconscious mind is going to try to make sense of it and reason with it in a spiritual way. But if you just own it and say what you want and be either brave enough or disciplined enough to act on it or not act on it, that's literally up to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said they invented the devil and demons because they are afraid of accountability. Y'all, I got to go in a few minutes. But I'm going to leave y'all with this. Thank y'all so much. He's not ready to propose. I want to secure. Okay, well, if you make a man propose to you before he's ready, he's going to be out in the bar looking for other women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So you can force him to make a commitment to you, but it's not a real commitment because he don't really want to make it. A man should be begging for your commitment as a woman, not the other way around. If he ain't ready, don't be mad when he show you he ain't ready. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're just trying to tie them down for some money, then do what you got to do, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you think Saturn return is a real thing? I don't even know what that means. So to me, it's not a real thing. Okay. You only vibrate on what you want to believe in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So if that's a thing for you and you choose to believe it, great. If somebody don't even know what it is, then how can they believe in it? Sometimes that's why they say ignorance is bliss. Or if you do know what it is and you choose not to believe in it, it's the same thing. So believe what you want. You're welcome. All right, y'all, I got to go. Thank y'all so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate everything. These are my little alarm is going out. If y'all are just tuning in, watch the video from the beginning and I'll see y'all very soon, okay? How you attract customers? Better business spell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I will see y'all soon. Bye.